the heck? Okay. All right. Okay, so I want to thank everyone for coming on this call. This is a Meet Naughty Cocktail Parties call, and that means it's a business opportunity call, which is where we tell you all about what it's like to become a consultant at Naughty Cocktail Parties and how to make money. So I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us to hear about this opportunity to make money and have fun with our pleasure party company called Naughty Cocktail Parties. My name is Jan Mostu, and I am so excited to introduce you to this amazing little company with a big heart. So as I talk to you about the business, and Hillary, you're going to help me because you're not in my notes, but you're now going to help me. And Trudy's here too. Now I got all kinds of people I can volunteer without their knowledge. So as I talk about the business, I will also ask questions for you to answer in the chat. So hopefully somebody is going to read that, Hillary or Trudy, whoever, I need somebody to read the answers out loud because I so often don't see them. So first thing is we need to separate the consultants from the guests here. So I would love you all to put your name, where you're from, and if you're a consultant or a guest, and if you're a guest who invited you. Now, if you've already done that, that's fine. But if you're a consultant, where you're from, if you're a guest, where you're from, and the word guest preferably, and who invited you. Okay. And somebody, I believe Tabitha at the home office is going to keep the list because I am going to give a prize. So I do have a question for our guests here, but I don't care if the consultants answer this question too. Have you ever been in any direct sales company before now? And if so, which company? So for our guests, have you been in a direct sales company before? And if so, which company? I'm expecting to see now some old school companies. Where's my little, gotta dig out my prize here. Okay, here we go. All right.
I see Scentsy, Pure Romance, Avon, 31 Gifts.
Oh, all the famous ones. Okay, good. All right. Now, once again, don't forget, if you just come in here and you didn't hear me say it, if you're a guest or a consultant, if you're a consultant, put your name and where you're from. If you're a guest, put your name, where you're from, the word guest, and who invited you, because we're going to have a prize drawing at the end with just the guests. Sorry, consultants, just the guests. And Tabitha is making a list of you. So, and you have to still be here at the end to win the prize. Okay, so we love our baby company, Naughty Cocktail Parties, and honestly, I'm doing this solo tonight. So I have helpers, but I'm speaking solo, so you're stuck with listening to me. But good news, you also get to hear from our CEO, Dalton Grady, and I'm going to start with Dalton, and he can tell you about all the changes and the enhancements and all the improvements that we have done just so far this year. So Dalton, take it away.
Thank you. Yeah, they are, well, welcome, first of all, and everybody is a little extra lucky tonight because I also have my right hand slash left hand, Tabitha Polly. She is in here with us. Her camera's not on, but she's in my office. I'm looking at her. She's here, and she is, like I said, right hand. I mean, official title is executive assistant, but she does just as much as I do for Naughty Cocktail Party. So thank you for joining us on this call tonight. I'm excited to see some consultant faces on here, but also very excited to see some new faces and some new names that I don't know quite yet. The purpose of this call is to just introduce ourselves and answer any questions. I'm not a salesy, pushy person, so I'm just happy that you're here. And if you decide to join Naughty Cocktail Parties with the sponsor who invited you, I'm even more excited. But for me, I want to make sure that you have all the answers and that you find Naughty Cocktail Parties is a good fit for you. So as Jan mentioned, just in this past year alone, there's been so many changes. And I don't know, just to name a few, we've moved locations. We have one in October, we got one building that has our production, our warehouse, and offices all under one roof, and a lobby that's looking cuter and cuter every single day. Shireen, you're on this call. I got the cutest cherry pillows today, and we got a chair for the lobby. It's so cute. It's coming together. But that was a really big move for us. Somehow we did it in a weekend and didn't skip a beat, if you remember. That was pretty big. And well, I don't know, there's probably a million other
Have
things,
new
but
products coming out, and
yeah,
you're going to do a tour.
yeah, I can't think of the last year or whenever next week we are releasing new products. Like my brain is just in new product mode right now. So next week, literally a week from today, Tuesday, May 27th, if you are a consultant with us by then, you can attend our virtual kickoff. We're doing things a little bit differently this year with the new product release. Instead of having one big conference, we're having 3 mini ones and a virtual one, and I'm taking a little tour in my pink Cadillac around the globe. And
AKA airplane.
as the picture would suggest. Um, so next Tuesday, May 27th, we are releasing our new products. And then Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm coming to New Jersey, California, and Mississippi with said new products in my bag. And I'm very, very excited to share those. And if you're not there, the new products aren't being released online until what's the date? June 9th, I think it is. Yeah, June 9th, which is National Sex Day, conveniently. So you can see our new products as early as next week, and I'm very excited for those. Jan and Hillary just saw two new ones, and
Yeah, there's one that's definitely going to be a party showstopper.
yeah, it's pretty good. Well, I'm gonna hand the mic back over to Jan, and I have the chat up. I'm sure she'll call on me to answer a few questions here and there.
Okay. All right. So I know I keep saying this, but just in case somebody missed, if you're a guest, put the word guest in your name and where you're from and who invited you. And if you are a consultant, say hi, where you're from, and tell us you're a consultant. Okay, so as I said, my name is Jan, and I have been selling these sensual products for almost 30 years through in-home parties, which is kind of shocking. Hold on, just got to mute you. Sorry. And as soon as I mute, then I lose my script here. Okay, so I've been selling for almost 30 years and in home parties. But there are lots of other longtime consultants on here and leaders. And our team actually is full of experts to help you create your own fun and profitable business. I just want to say something that, I really still do parties. I do parties, and I am really fascinated. Obviously I've been doing them for 29 years, and I'm fascinated on what they're like right now, because it is so interesting to me, because obviously all of us went through COVID. And so now the party, it seems like the appreciation level of the guests have gone up. They're just so happy to be together with girlfriends. They're happy to just have any kind of fun party, and they're happy to laugh. I've definitely heard that, and I'm not the funniest consultant in the world. So if they're thrilled that they laughed at my party, then I'm sure all of you guys can make them roll in the aisles. So it is just really interesting to me how appreciative guests are, and they're very appreciative with their hostess too. So that we know you are potential consultants are here because you're curious. You're either looking for something fun, or making new friends, or belonging to something big, or you want to promote sexual wellness. But most likely you're here because you would like to make some extra money. I have worked with many consultants, and all of those are excellent reasons to start this type of business. The most frequent reason is the desire to make extra money, in all honesty. And people are either needing the money to save for something big or to pay off debt, or just these days, possibly survival. So if you tell me in the chat, if someone handed you an extra $200 every month, what would you do with it? So I'm curious. So if you got an extra $200 right now every month, what would you do with it? So let me know in the chat.
I'm going to chime in real quick because my mind is so focused on new products that I realized that I totally left out like my entire backstory of Naughty Cocktail Parties. So I'm going to summarize that real quick for everybody to,
Go for it.
who's probably wondering, well, we know about The Office and we know about the new products, but who are you and
We
who's
know
Naughty
about
Cocktail
the
Parties?
pillows for new
Yeah, we know about the cherry pillow. I'm so excited about that. Priorities. So quick overview, I guess. As Jan said, my name is Dalton Grady, the founder and CEO of Naughty Cocktail Parties. I founded Naughty Cocktail Parties in 2016 and have been with it obviously since day one. And I've been in the adult direct selling industry since 2013. But Naughty Cocktail Parties and when it first started was not what it is today. It was literally just for me. And then I realized I was doing so many parties and doing so much product that I was like, well, why don't I just make this a little bit bigger? And then somebody found us online one day from New Jersey and said, I want to sell for your company. And I was like, great, thanks, but it's not all that. But again, I just said yes, and I figured it out later. Literally, that quote has been on my office wall for years at home, and it's gotten me a lot of great places, but also has gotten me in a lot of trouble to say yes and figure it out later. But I'm so glad that I did because one consultant turned into another, and um, what December of last year, the number was 39 or 42 consultants or something. Now we're over 400 across the country and in Puerto Rico. So that happened in the course of a year. But I feel like that's important information for you to know that we didn't just pop up yesterday. I've been in the game. These ladies have been in the business, and I feel like we've had time before this last year of growth to really work out some of the kinks. Not all the kinks, not the good ones. To work out some of the kinks. And I'd say we're a pretty well-oiled machine at this point.
Okay.
For the most part.
That's right. Okay, that's right. All right, so now I need somebody to read me those answers in terms of what would be done with $200. So
I see pay bills, buy our products, pay bills, pay bills, pay bills.
okay, well, pay bills. We all know the theme of pay bills. So the reason I specifically buy more cherry pillows, of course. Please don't tell me how much those cost. Okay, so the reason that I specifically asked you about that figure is that the average in-home party sales across the United States is $500. Now, obviously, we do have parties that are less than that, but we have lots of parties that are more than that. So that's an extremely conservative figure, $500. And if your party is $500, then your profit is $200. And so when I asked you what you would do with an extra $200, I'm really basically only asking you, what would you do if you just did one party a month? Party lasts for about 3 hours. Sorry, hold on. Let me do some muting. Okay. Every time I mute, I lose that. Darn it. Okay, so a party lasts for about 3 hours. So that means on average, if you decide you're going to do one party a week, you could literally add approximately $800 to your monthly income. And that is huge. Unlike other party plan companies, the pleasure party industry is still thriving because parties are used for special events such as bachelorette, birthday, divorce, housewarmings, and ladies' night in. These parties are so handy for the hostess because she knows that her friends will have fun and there'll be lots of laughter, and literally she can just do the minimal hostessing of doing the inviting and having a few snacks, and bam, the consultant is going to come in and make sure they have a really great time. I know that not everyone can or wants to do in-home parties. Some of you are strictly interested in social media selling, and which is absolutely fine. But for most consultants, it's a combination of the two. With Naughty Cocktail Parties, you get to design your own selling style. So let me know in the chat now if you are thinking about doing in-home parties or online selling or a combination. Hillary, you got that?
Both social, online, in home, both in home.
Okay, all right. So it sounds like that there are one person at least who probably only wants to do social selling, which is absolutely fine. And the others sound like they're going to do a combination. You know, you can do in-home parties lots of different ways. And I just did a party with a consultant to help her get started in her business, where she had everyone order on her public website, which we're going to talk about in a second here. So she doesn't carry inventory. She doesn't touch the product. She just had everybody at her party order that way. I'm going to get back to the income in a minute, but one of the special qualities of Naughty Cocktail Parties is that some of our products are created by us alone. And actually, Dalton, do you think you could tell them about some of your favorite products that are created solely by Naughty Cocktail Parties?
Yeah. Well, what?
Aura.
No, I put it back.
Okay.
I don't want to screw up inventory. Yeah, so one of the products that we create in-house here at Naughty Cocktail Parties is Aura. It's our pheromone infused eau de parfum, which comes in a spray and roll-on version. Aura is 100% our formula. Our recipe, nobody else has it. It's not something we're like repackaging or relabeling. That is concocted in-house. And we have a variety of different fragrances. So if you've not used a pheromone product before, most of them are going to have a fragrance. However, the pheromones react with your body to create a customized, more personalized version of that scent. So while they are scented, that scent does not smell the same on everybody, which is kind of cool. Oh, thank you. Jan held one up, but here is one of them in our roll-on. This is the Aura Pride. This is our top-selling fragrance. It's absolutely delicious. I love when we make it. The whole building smells good. So Aura is one of the products that we make in-house. A lot of our Naughty Body collection, which is going to be like our body polish, our body whip, our body oil, which is a huge seller. We released that in July, and we've sold a ton of body oil. There's so many fun products. Less Dust. I personally hate when we make that product. I don't come in on Less Dust Day. It is our shimmering body powder. It's really cool though. It's in a very innovative bottle. It's a dry shimmer powder.
It's glitter.
I love that Tabby's running back and forth to inventory to grab these things. It's a dry shimmer powder. Thank you, Trudy. But it's in a spray bottle applicator. Look at that.
I
You are
love that.
brave. I did that one time,
I
and there's
feel
still
like
glitter.
I got some of that, Trudy, through the.
It's a really good product. I love it. I just don't like glitter all over me. But it's a really pretty product. It comes in 2 shades, Dazzling Diamonds and Gold Digger, for any accent or skin tone. We are actually, fun little thing. This is like a good little tip on this product. We did a wedding show like a month ago, and we took both of them, the Dazzling and the Gold Digger, and Brandon, another home office employee here, or my left hand if Tabby's my right, Brandon came up with the idea to ask the brides, oh, are you accenting with gold or silver?
Oh,
And he was really quick. He would also look at in the engagement ring, and he would know, like, oh, I see that you have a silver ring. Are you accenting with silver? And he would grab the dazzling diamonds or the gold digger based on the gold. And it was such a
yeah.
it broke the ice and it started that conversation. We actually sold some at the wedding show too. So lots of great products that we make and produce in-house. There's our sugar scrub, our lotion.
Right. I like that. Anytime you ask a, a question for the customer to choose, whenever they have a choice, it heightens the whole experience for them.
Yeah.
That's
I thought it was genius. And especially at like a wedding show,
yeah,
you're being sold to in a way. And
yeah,
so it was a lot more personable to ask, are you accenting with gold or silver? Because of course that's an easy question. They don't have to think about your product to answer it.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. All right. So, okay, back to the money. The first way to start with Naughty Cocktail Parties is first you purchase a kit, and then you are immediately a consultant with a permanent 40% buying discount, and that becomes your profit. On top of that, you can earn monthly bonuses from an additional 5% to 10% of your sales in cash. And lastly, you can build a team of your own and earn commission from your team's sales. These three income streams combined add up to one very sweet side gig. At Naughty Cocktail Parties, we have a team atmosphere, and it is our experience that consultants thrive when they feel supported and have a place to learn and ask questions. Our team offers a super friendly and interactive Facebook group and a monthly team meeting on Zoom, plus periodic contests and incentives, that kind of thing. But let's say you just want to be a hobbyist and sell online only. No problem. We all get a website and an online back office where you can ship directly to your customers. It is important to note that there is no monthly sales minimum requirement. I'm going to repeat that. There is no monthly sales minimum requirement. It's simply a cost of $15.95 a month, the price of Netflix, for you to have a profitable business, to keep your consultant account and your website and your 40% buying discount all humming along. And honestly, that is just the profit of one sale of our bottle of arousal oil, which is another product that we make in home that Dalton didn't mention. And I think that's kind of like our most exciting product is the arousal oil.
It is. I didn't mention it because of that. I was like, oh, let me spotlight the other ones.
At any time you wish to make more money, just book a party or two. And by the way, there are such things as online parties. For those of you who only want to do social selling, that does exist. With Naughty Cocktail Parties, you're the captain of your ship and you can switch it up anytime you want. So next, and I'm going to have to unmute her. Let me ask to unmute. So next we are going to have one of our long-time consultants. She's been in the industry for a while, Cindy, and she's going to tell you about her experience in this industry and also with this company, Naughty Cocktail Parties. So take it away, Cindy.
Thanks, Jen. I'm kind of honored that you asked me to do this, but I really was sort of drawn into it and it was strongly encouraged. So I'm here. I've been in this industry for 21 years. I hate to date myself like that, but I've been in quite a few, several in the same industry and others in makeup and wellness pills. I've been in all of them. This one is the top. I have totally enjoyed Naughty Cocktail Parties. Our CEO just cracks me up. And really, he knows my name. I have never had a CEO that knew my name. And I think that's important to know you have that support. These parties are a lot of fun. I do only online parties because I'm too old. I don't drive. I used to. I drove around the country, but now I'm like, yeah, screw that. But my in-home or online parties, they're a lot of fun. I'm doing okay. I don't require having $1,000 parties anymore. It doesn't matter. I'm just doing it for fun. Um, Starting with naughty cocktail parties, you guys, right now there's a kit sale, and it looks pretty good to me. If I could start over again, I might choose another kit. But there's also several ways you can do it. If you can't come up with the cash flow immediately, we can use Sezzle to buy our kits and make payments every 2 weeks. That's what I did because I wanted all of it immediately,
Whoop.
but I couldn't have it. So I just went through Sezzle and I made a payment every 2 weeks. It's paid off and it's awesome. But our products, number one, I've experienced more than enough of them to know that Naughty Cocktail Parties has it going on. It's where it's at.
All right, very good. Thank you, Cindy. All
You're
right,
welcome.
thanks. Okay, so how do you, she's alluded to a kit sale, so that's good. How do you get started? We have 3 kits to choose from, and they're currently on sale. So my notes are from a previous time, but I believe I'm okay here. So the standard kit, which is normally $99, is on sale for $89, and it is worth $262. And that's a good little starter kit. If you just need to get your foot in the door, that is definitely a way to do it. And you can do an online pop your box party without no problem. Gather your girlfriends and explore your box with the pop your box party. You can do it online or in person. The next is a deluxe kit, which is currently on sale for $179, and it's worth $527. This kit is well rounded with 13 products to demo at your first party. And lastly, for the person who believes in go big or go home, is the premium kit on sale for $359, and which is $40 off, and it's worth $1,092. It is a full party in a box with 23 products and comes with a super cute branded tote bag as well. Just choose the kit that fits your budget and your goals. And also part of this sale is that when you book your first party, you are going, and we'll show you how to do this, but you're going to put your party in your back office, so your hostess has her own party link. And then after your party, your hostess will be sent a free gift, which is a little flight. I don't know, I have one on my desk here. I sort of do. A little flight of our pheromones, a little sample thing of pheromones. So at any rate, that's a little extra. And then the last thing you get for during this sale is that our virtual, we're having a virtual event where we see the new products, and there is going to be a trainer and a speaker, and also a little bit of recognition. And for a consultant, that is $15. But for you, if you're signing up right now, it's free. So you get all of those things if you sign up now. And just so you know, at my party, any of these kits work. They all work. They're just fine. And we really went through them, and they're well-rounded kits, all of them. Even the littlest kit, there's enough to show to do a little party. But just so you know, at my parties, I show about 24 items. So that large one is definitely a party in a box. Okay. So Dalton, Dalton, my notes say Dalton -eggs. And I'm thinking, eggs? What does it say, eggs? I think that's last month's.
Yeah, they've hatched. 2 boys and 6 girls they've hatched.
Congratulations, Dalton. Okay, that's great. All right, so you're off the hook for that. Oh, by the way, you can actually start your business without a kit, by the way. And it's our $29 quick start program. So really, if money is absolutely, so tight that you don't have anything but $29 to spend, we do have a quick start program. Now, you're not going to get a kit, but you are going to get your website, and you're going to get a couple of catalogs. You can ask your consultant who invited you for the details about that program, if you're interested in it. But let's see. So we know that you guys all have busy lives, and we so appreciate that you came on this call. We are not a cookie cutter pleasure party company, and that is absolutely true. Our products are unique. We're unique because of our products, first of all, that we create ourselves. We're also unique because we have a wide range of prices on our bedroom toys. They aren't just the high-end toys. And so depending on who your guests are at a party, there's going to be something for everyone. You don't have to worry about that. And we also have a family feel. This isn't like a big corporate conglomerate here. This is a family feel with Naughty Cocktail Parties. Family, not only from the corporate office, but also from your upline and your team. And so you can feel good about joining us. You're not going to be a number. You are going to be a valued team member. And this, honestly, in my opinion, I swear, is a ground level opportunity. So I think it's time to draw a door prize, and then we will answer any questions that you have in the chat. If you guys want to stay on and ask questions, we love to answer questions. But before I do that, Dalton, what would you like to say? You have anything else to say about?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. My mind is just really on new products, and I'm excited to release those. I mean, if there's anybody on here who is interested in joining, and I know it's a week. This is always going on for a week though, so it kind of works out. And you join us and you live near Fairfield, New Jersey, Sacramento, California, or Bruce, Mississippi. You're meeting me tonight on the call, but you can meet me in person next weekend. I'm so excited to see everybody in person, and I don't know, give a bunch of hugs. So that's another little perk. I hate to sell it on that, but that's a perk. You can meet me next weekend, and I'll have all the new products with me.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so I am giving away a Tickled Pink. And the Tickled Pink is a bundle. My gosh, there's a lot of stuff in this. This is
Good choice.
It's quite packed, Dalton. The Tickled Pink has lavender soap. It has a pink aura, full size pink aura perfume or pheromone perfume. It has a travel size body oil, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, body oil. And it has a warming pad, a massage warming pad, and it has a lip mask. Dalton and his lip things.
That's Tabby. The lip masks are Tabby all day. I don't take credit for those. And I don't think you mentioned the candle. There's a mini aura massage candle.
Yeah,
so it's our massage candle formula, but it has pheromones in it, and it's our aura scent.
Yeah,
and it's so cute. It's a little like a single use, and it even has crystals in it, like it has amethyst and rose quartz.
Yeah, amethyst.
It's so cute.
Okay, that rose quartz being love, amethyst being intuition. Just FYI. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm going to give away. And so some lucky winner of our guests are going to receive that. So Hillary, how many guests do we have?
Tabby has the list too.
Tabby did the list.
Tabby, sorry. So
we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guests.
6 guests. Okay. Dalton, have you seen that list?
No, she's over there.
Okay.
Over there, not up there.
Over there.
How many did you say?
There's 6.
6.
Okay, pick a number between 1 and 6.
3.
3.
That would be Tina Day.
Oh, Tina! Congratulations, Tina. And I believe, did Hillary invite you, Tina? Is that right, Hillary? Yeah. Okay, so you're going to give Hillary your ship to address so I can send that out. And
thank you so much. Yes, Hillary did invite me.
Oh, great, great. And I like your little Winnie the Pooh picture there. Um,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so Hillary will just get me that information and I'll send it out. And then for all the other guests, once again, you guys can stay and ask questions and we're happy to answer any questions that you have. But if you gotta go and you don't want to ask any questions, please go back to the consultant who invited you so she can talk to you further about the business and how to get started and her advice. And by the way, we do have some, we have some training for you to follow once you started the business. So it's not like you're left. And we will add you to our Facebook group. And the company also has a Facebook group for Naughty Cocktail Parties consultants. So there's a lot of things happening. And one other thing is we do have a mini party specifically for new consultants, but any consultant can use it. We have a mini party on Zoom every month, and it's done by a seasoned consultant where they show about 8 products. And the goal of that party is for new consultants to invite their friends. And so you can get some orders that way. So whoever was interested in social selling, that is a method that you can use. And we do that every month, and you can use it every month and invite your friends and get orders from your friends and from that seasoned consultant explaining the products and holding up the products and so forth. Okay, so I want to thank you guys, but what about the chat? Is there any questions in the chat that we missed, or does anybody have any questions? Or you can ask and put them in the chat now if you have any questions. I gotta look down this list of
So there's a question about if somebody wants to add additional items with, if you want to purchase additional kits, I read that wrong. No, we do set it to 1 kit per consultant. But with that said, we do new product bundles every year with our new products. So you're only a week away from that. And those are deeply discounted. So if you're attending the virtual kickoff, they're discounted. If you're attending the in-person stops, they're even more discounted than virtual. If you're not attending either though, they're still discounted. But we sort of tier it up from there.
And say something about that. I don't know all the new products. I think you may have shown me all the new products, but they've flown out of my head. I can't remember all the new products, but
Here, take them. They're on here.
but I will say that you would definitely want, my opinion, you would want a kit and then add a kit of new products, because the kits, the starter kits, are really designed. I mean, we carefully design it so it was well-rounded enough. No matter what kit you got, you could go do a party where there'd be some bath and body, and there'd be some, maybe a pheromone, and then there'd be some maybe massage, and then some toys. And that's not necessarily how the new products are going to work, because the new products may not have some from every category. I mean, it's whatever we're bringing out this time. I know there's toys because I've seen them, but they may not have, some of every single category. So you want to get a kit. That's my recommendation, is you get a kit. But if you want to add to it, you could add it with the new product kit.
Yeah.
And then the other question that wasn't her question, but I thought I'll answer it anyway, is can you add items at the same time you purchase a kit?
That's what I read. That's
Yeah,
what
and this is my answer now. Dalton, tell me if it's a different answer, but my answer would be, you really want to buy that kit and then get established as a consultant with a 40% buying discount before you add to it. So you're buying additionally at 40% off. I mean, if you did do it the other way, a Dalton and the gang would try to get you back that 40%, but it's just easier if you establish yourself with a kit, any kit, as a consultant, and then after you've got your consultant ID, then you can add to the kit and at 40% off. Okay.
Yeah. So if you don't want to wait though, and if you want to add other items from the website with your starter kit purchase, And I know some people do that maybe for like, I feel like I've seen that with like Sezzle before. If you just want to lump it all into one payment, you can do that. There, unfortunately, you won't get that buying discount of that 40% right away because your account's not set up yet. However, with that said, Tabby processes all of those kit orders and she will see that you added items on, and we will give you that commission, that 40% commission back
Yeah.
on the next payout cycle, either the first or the second, or the first or the 15th. So if you add, say $100 of products on top of your kit, they're all 40% commissionable. We'll give you that $40 back on the next payout cycle. But I think some people do that, like I said, maybe to lump it together with like a Sezzle payment, or if you don't want to wait until then. Yeah. And then Mary had a great question too. I think Tabby answered. If you joined with the Quick Start program, can you purchase a kit? That is an exception since there's no products in there. You are able to purchase a kit after you join with that.
It's for 60 days.
Yes.
For 60 days from the date you join, and not 2 months, 60 days.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Jan,
Yeah.
Lucinda has a question that says, I'm not an outgoing person, but this type of business is interesting to me. Is there training available?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a step program for new consultants that helps you start creating your business. And by being not an outgoing person, I understand that completely. And that we sort of are designing it. These steps are designed knowing that some people are going to do in-home parties and some people are not going to do in-home parties. And so we're kind of trying to well-round it. So we're dealing with both kinds of consultants. But, I would tell you, I understand the not being an outgoing person, and Hillary understands the not being an outgoing person. You can give your little testimony here. We've had a lot of shy consultants, and I'm not sure if you're referring to shy, but we've had a lot of shy consultants and be very successful because Hillary, what would you say? Do you step into a different persona?
Yeah, I'm like the shyest person you will ever meet. So public speaking just scared me to death. The thought of even getting up and speaking in front of more than one person just made me sick to my stomach. So when I walk into my party, it's like I'm a whole different person. They don't know me. They're looking for me to answer their questions, and they think I have all the answers, which I don't. But it's just a completely different person when I walk in there. And now I can do the parties with my eyes closed. I'm not, once in a while I'll get a little butterflies in my stomach if I walk in and it's, a huge group or something. But the minute I start, it's like go, and it's great. My husband is like shocked at the change he's seen over the years.
Yeah. And the other thing I would say about that is if you are a person who, maybe, I don't know if shy is the right word, but you're sort of thinking that you just wanted to do online or social selling because you didn't want to be in front of a room full of guests, then I am working diligently on trying to create a party that's an online party only, and trying to do it in the simplest way possible. So it's simple for the consultant and it really works. So my goal is I'm actually working very hard on trying to create a party that it's online, but it works, but it is, and makes sales consistently. So we're always kind of working on Mr. Science experiments on finding different ways to, because the bottom line here is it's you, there's an audience of people who are your potential customers, and you have great product, and there's a venue, and the venue can either be in someone's house or the venue can be online in Facebook social selling. So all of those pieces together, we can all create our own way of selling. And so I feel like there's something for everyone, even if you're feeling kind of shy about selling these products.
Tina has a question for Dalton.
All right.
Dalton, my question for you is, what makes you different from pillow talk parties?
Oh, she's going back in time, and I love it. Um, I don't know the full history. I know of, but I don't remember I don't have the whole timeline. Jan, can you help
Okay,
me with that?
Pillow Talk.
I feel like I just aged you by asking for your help
No,
there.
no.
But fill me in on the, I know
I
it, but
got
I'm gonna
news
get it
for
wrong.
you. I believe they're still around.
They are.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
are.
okay. I thought I was, maybe I'm thinking of something else then.
No, I know you're probably thinking of them, but Pillow Talk, I don't have the whole history of Pillow Talk, but what I will say is my understanding is that they're not team. It's not a team thing. There's no upline downline team aspect to Pillow Talk anymore. And correct me if I'm wrong, but because I recently did a lot of research on that when I was looking for wherever I was going when I landed with Dalton. And Pillow Talk, the owners of Pillow Talk, I thought they kind of and I am not, I'm not giving any kind of negative here. I'm just thinking, didn't they kind of go into cannabis? I sort of thought there was like a whole nother like cannabis side to them. And it seemed like it when I looked them up that they were into like selling a whole nother line of like a whole nother industry along with this. But I don't know their products well enough to know if they make their own products, but when I looked at them, my memory was that they didn't, but I could be wrong. I honestly could be wrong. But my main reason I did not pursue them was because leading is my thing. I want to be a leader. And they did not have that structure. They just didn't have that structure. And so for me, that was a no-go. If you didn't have that structure to where I got to do the part that I really loved, which honestly, I do parties. I love doing the parties, but my favorite part is leading women and men to for financial success. And so Pillow Talk didn't have that aspect for me. So for me, it was not an option. But
I do think, Sue, I just looked up real quick. As Jan mentioned, we don't have a monthly sales minimum, or we don't have any sort of sales minimum or sales quota. There is one there. And then also the buying discount. All of our consultants right now start at a 40% buying discount, and you can get up to a 50% discount in two different ways. So either your first 60 days in business, you get $1,000 business builder order, which is 50% off of $1,000 retail or more. Or anytime, you also get that on your anniversary every year, or anytime you can do a 50% off of a $2,500 retail order or more. We also do cash back every single month. So if you do $2,000 in retail sales in 1 month, we give you $100 cash back. That's just from like a quick glance. Those are a couple of things that kind of stuck out to me. And yeah, I think so. Same thing like with some of the body products. I think that's really important that they're in-house and they're exclusive just to us, because ultimately we want your customers to come back to you. Your customers can't go buy our body oil or our Lust Dust at the store or on Amazon. So that's really important. There's a lot of value there for us, for you.
okay, now pronounce Andrietta. Am I saying that name right? Andrietta? No.
It's Andretta.
Andra. Okay.
No, Andretta.
Andretta. Okay. All right. So you asked about the joint parties, and I know that Tabitha answered, but I thought it was a good question to answer out loud. She asked if there could be men at parties. Can it be joint anybody at the party? And there's no rule about that. Yes, it can be anybody at the party. We're not heavy on the rules. we're trying not to be heavy on the rules. So yeah. And also men can be consultants too. Okay. So if you have somebody who's interested in becoming a consultant, absolutely fine. Okay. Yeah, co-ed party. Shireen does co-ed party. Shireen just had a $2,500 co-ed party, I might add. That went through the grapevine and I got that information, Shireen. So congratulations on that. And by the way, Marlena just had a $2,500 party too. Shireen, you got any words of wisdom about that party?
My advice is just they buy what you show, and if you're excited about it, they're going to be excited about it. Never assume that they have everything that they want on their wish list. Most of the time when you offer a suggestion, they're like, "Oh yeah, I wanted to get that. I just didn't get it written down." You know?
Yeah.
So I always, when they come in, I just make sure to offer more, regardless of what it is. Even if their list looks complete, like they have a toy, they have cleanser, they have lubricant, they have everything. I think of something else that was either a hit as it made its way around the room, or something that's a good seller, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that too."
Yeah, very good. That's awesome. Any other questions that I missed? Questions? Do you guys see anything else? Why just have we just have to be cautious with our verbiage. Oh yeah, if on that joint party, you mean? Yes, it's true. You do want to be clear on your verbiage. And if you're talking about like, you know, with me at my parties, I say person with a penis, person with a vagina. So things like that. If that's the kind of verbiage you're talking about, yeah, I'm very clear on that. And
The other thing is that you have to remember that in general, men have a shorter attention span than women do. So you have to offer the information in a much faster, more direct way, in my opinion.
I can believe that. No one,
That seems pointed.
no one.
No, I just
Everybody looked at you
I
wrong.
feel like women want many more details, and they definitely want all the how, what, when, where, why. And
Yeah.
men are like, just get to the point, tell me the basics, and they'll make a decision off of that.
And was it a co-ed party or a couples party?
Co-ed.
Oh, it was a co-ed party. Okay. Yeah.
Well, it was kind of both. I mean, there were couples there, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So were there any other questions that I missed? We're happy to answer your questions.
Yeah, this was a great call. You started off with saying how short that one call was, and here we are.
Here we are. Okay, well, I hope that we see your bright and shining faces and names on the Naughty Cocktail Party consultant roles soon, and definitely take advantage of this kit sale. It's a good one. I'm telling you, it's a good one. I know a good one when I see one, and this is a good one. So I hope you guys all join us, but feel free to ask questions if you're not interested or you don't know quite yet, or feel free to have a party and give us a try that way. All right. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. And we will see you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Good night.